Hi everyone, I'm Donna Stellhorn, your practical astrologer, and today we are talking about the full moon. It's on April 12, it's at 23 degrees of Libra, and it is opposite the Sun and Chiron. What does this mean for you? That's what we're going to talk about. Welcome everybody, especially if you're new. This video is going to be a little bit different than past videos. This video is in 3 parts. First, we're going to do a short overview of what this full moon is about. Then we're going to talk about your sign, love and money predictions for the next 2 weeks. And then at the end of this video, there's a little section of announcements that I have and classes that are coming up and other things. And by the way, if you'd like a copy of your chart so you could follow along on these videos, I can send you a PDF. There's a link in the description. So let's take a look at this full moon chart and how it relates to what's going on in your life. So I think that the thing that most people are looking for right now is some sense of certainty. This is really hard to find when we have a couple of planets retrograde. Neptune has just gone into a new sign, and we had the recent eclipses. So things going on in the world are actually quite uncertain right now. And if there's one thing that people hate, it's uncertainty. So along comes a full moon in Libra and the desire for balance. And so this is, when you think about it, Libra is about the scales. So the scales are in constant motion. They are looking for balance. They are rocking back and forth all the time. And so the scales represent this uncertainty. And we're all wishing for the scales to be perfectly balanced and perfectly still, but they're only that for a moment, because the moment they are, then we say, oh, I want a little bit more, or I want a little bit less, or I want something different. And the scales become out of balance again. There's this nagging feeling that so many people have right now of uncertainty about their jobs or inflation or what's going on in the world. And during this full moon time, it would be better for you to realize that the uncertain path is actually the path that leads to success. You see, all of the areas of your life that feel certain are the areas you've already explored, and these have not brought you what you've wanted. And so the uncertain areas on the map are actually the potential solution to what it is that you want: the better job, the more money, the fulfilling relationship, the just having more fun. It's when you take the uncertain path that you're creative, that you are discovering ideas, where you're helping the world, where you have this fulfilling life. This full moon is opposite Chiron, and most people think of Chiron as the wounded healer. But Chiron is also the portal. It's the open door, and it's sitting with the Sun in Aries, which suggests taking action. Now you might ask, well, what action should you take? Well, Chiron in Aries, Aries being the sign of innovation and raw energy, would say do something different than you've done before. And this is the full moon, so this action should be the biggest and the boldest action that you can do. Maya Angelou said something in her autobiography. She said, I looked up the road I was going and back the way I come. And since I wasn't satisfied, I decided to step off the road and cut me a new path. This full moon is halfway through the lunar cycle. This is the perfect time to check the path forward and back, and if you're dissatisfied, to embrace uncertainty and cut a new path, because it's the uncertain road that leads to success. Okay, Taurus, this full moon indicates that there's some sort of changes going on, possibly in your office or with your work. This could mean that you're working with new people, that you have new systems, that you're taking on other people's responsibilities because they are away or not there anymore. If you're retired, and even if you're not, this could be also that there are shifts in the people that help you on a regular basis. So that maybe you have a new accountant, that you have a new broker, that your doctor needs to shift appointments, or you're seeing the assistant doctor. I'm sure they're not called assistant doctor. And the toughest part for you is to try to be flexible about all of these changes. So because Taurus energy, while it's extremely good about staying on a path and being determined to finish, can have difficulty changing direction. Now, when it comes to love relationships, specifically new love, Mercury and Venus are in a conjunction, but because Venus is still retrograde, they are separating, they're moving apart. And so this is more likely some energy of meeting somebody for like a second date, finding, like getting back together with somebody and trying and seeing if there's been some growth, doing something again. And that might be going to a matchmaker again, going to a speed dating thing again. Like doing something as a repeat could bring you some new opportunities, but only if you're traveling a path you've traveled before. And then when it comes to existing love relationships, Venus is not making an aspect with Pluto, but it is making a nice trine with Mars, which means that there's a potential for more harmony in your relationship. And that is not just having a good time with each other, but that you can come together to solve problems, that you can be a united front if the problem is external, or that you can understand each other more if this is an internal problem. So this is a time where you really want to actively work things out. The problem is with the trine, sometimes we just slide into how easy it is, and we don't utilize that energy to work out things. And by the way, if you do want to talk about your relationships or even the family dynamics that are going on, I do readings. There's a link in the description. Now, when it comes to your money, you pull money from Mercury, which lickety-split is going from Pisces into Aries. And so right now you have a couple of days where it's really good to look at the overall picture, how things are going, what's going on with your finances, and look at attitudes that you might have about money and see if you can do some clearing so that you have very positive thoughts about money. And then it's going to go into Aries where it'll be time for action. So you're going to have kind of some split energy over this next 2 weeks. So where you start out where it feels a little bit slow, but it's going to pick up speed quite quickly. Now, when it comes to money from business or from investments, Mercury's not making an aspect with Jupiter, but Jupiter is in Gemini, which is ruled by that Mercury. Mercury is in Pisces, which is ruled by that Jupiter. So we have a very strong hidden connection. They're both in money houses, so there is really some profit that can be made. Now, a lot of this is going to be not so obvious because this is the hidden connection. So you do have to stop and kind of consider what could be the possibilities here. What are the possibilities for your business? What are the possibilities for the investments? Maybe talk to some people about what they see, trends and things like that. So, but there's definitely an ability here to make more money than usual over the next 2 weeks. Now, when it comes to money derived from career, so that would be a paycheck, Mercury is in an out-of-sign conjunction with Venus, and Mercury is closing in on Venus, so it's getting closer and closer. So pretty soon you're going to have that exact conjunction, and that can bring you a great opportunity to get more money or more perks or something that you want from your current company. So also, if you are in the process of getting a new job, look for some opportunities that way as well for more money or other perks. So the energy is very good. Of course, if you are in a company where you would tell me, oh no, this company is so fragile right now, I would never be able to get a raise, that's the sign that you need to be looking elsewhere, that you need to start putting your resume together and getting ready to jump. And in that jump, you could make more money. Hi everyone, I thought I might change things up a little bit this time, and so I'm putting announcements at the end. So if you're interested in what is going on and what I have coming up, stay tuned. Otherwise, you can just jump off right here. So I've been looking for a way to connect with you guys, more. And so I've been doing these classes, New Month Wishes. They're at the beginning of the month. I started with a live stream and then I moved it to Zoom. So this next one is on April 1st at noon Pacific time, and it is on Zoom. It's free if you guys want to register. There's a link in the description. So what we do in this class is we briefly talk about the energies of the upcoming month, and then we write our wishes together, and then as a group we energize them together to give them more power. And so, but mostly this is just an opportunity for us to actually have a conversation. And so if you're interested, like I said, this one's going to be April 1st at noon Pacific time. So, and I know that doesn't work for everybody's schedule because I think it's a Tuesday. So I've been thinking about whether to try to move it again back to a live stream and a recorded version. So, but then it misses the whole interacting with you guys. So I'm not sure what to do. So if you have a thought about that, you can put it in the comments. I'm very interested in expanding this channel and doing more videos on Western astrology, Chinese astrology, and feng shui. And so, and if you like this content, I have opened it up to memberships now through YouTube. So if you do want to support the channel, there is a join button next to the subscribe button. So I hope you're already subscribed. And then if you'll hit that join button, if you want to support the channel, it's totally optional. In a few weeks, I'm going to be teaching a class for NCGR New Jersey. NCGR is the National Council of Geocosmic Research. It is one of the astrology organizations that's in the world. And NCGR actually has individual chapters. And so I'm on the board of the San Diego chapter. I'm going to be speaking for the New Jersey chapter. And if you are interested, you can join in because this is a Zoom class. And so I'm going to be talking about the astrology of home. And that is how your fourth house in your natal chart tells us what the ideal home situation would be for you. Also, we're going to talk about transits that could signal a move and whether you can make money in real estate. So if you're interested in that class, then just click the link in the description, and then there is a charge for that class. I think it's $15. But all the information is there when you click on the link. And then finally, I have a newsletter. It's been a monthly newsletter for ages. And then a couple of months ago, I moved it to a weekly newsletter where I talk about the different energies for each day. And then you see some of the pictures that I'm posting on Instagram. And so that is a free newsletter, and the link is in the description. And that's about it. I have more announcements that I'm going to be making in future videos. I have some new video courses coming out, and so we'll talk about it then. And because you stayed all the way to the end, which I really appreciate, I have a very special picture. This is not the last cat I had, but the cat before that. This cat was very good at opening doors, and since this whole video was about the portal that the Chiron can make for you, opening a new door, I thought I would share this.